I don't think the people know this, but we were a bit of a big deal in the 80s. The early 80s.
Kind of influential in the 80s. You know, we did some things that have now been sewn into the fabric
of society and pop culture. Pop culture, that's right.
Culture.
Bad boys and pop culture, two things that are synonymous with each other.
Synonymous.
Now, it was the year 1977. They were about to bring out the new Rocky movie. Sylvester Stallone, a relative unknown, he had written the script and he was going to produce it himself or some shit. And he needed some guys to teach him how to fight.
He needed to learn how to fight. And when you gotta learn how to fight, who do you go to?
You call the band.
Who do you go to?
Boys.
Who do you go to? Who do you go to?
Us. You go to us. Brad and Chad, the bad boys. Two names, fighting and bad, that are synonymous with each other.
Together.
That's right.
So little slidey boy, he called us up and said, Brad and Chad,
I need your help.
I need to learn how to inflict damage. You know what we said?
No problem.
We said no problem. The thing we like in life is damage, and we sure as hell like to drink.
We know how to cause.
We like to fight.
Damage.
So we went out to Hollywood and we helped little Sylvester with his number one movie with Rocky. That's what you call it, a Philadelphia Cinderella.
Now, if you go back to the 1977 Academy Awards, Sylvester Stallone gives special thanks to the bad boys in his acceptance speech, but they cut it out of the broadcasting.
They also, it's because what happened is he gave us the thanks, and then they panned over to us where we're supposed to be sitting.
That's right.
Beside Clint Eastwood.
That's right.
And so it turns out we were in the shitter.
That's right.
Drinking a beer, dropping a deuce. Because let's be honest, the Academy Awards kind of boring.
It's a little long.
Kind of boring.
It's a little bit of bullshit. Now, fast forward a couple of years. Sylvester Stallone, household name all across America. And he's doing a little something called Rocky 3. And he said, bad boys, you guys know the industry of professional wrestling a little bit. Well, I want to introduce a little bit of professional wrestling into Rocky. Because there's two things that are synonymous with each other. It's Rocky and wrestling.
Rock, E, and wrestling.
Yeah.
The era.
So he says, you gotta help me out, you guys gotta know somebody. We said, we know just a guy. We know just a guy, a musclehead, blonde head.
6'9".
That's right, 296
big muscles. And he's there strumming the guitar.
That's right, a hell of a bass player. We found him in the clubs in Tampa.
He had that flowing hair, not so much on the top, but the sides were really flowing.
We helped him up, we sent him to Senior. We said, Senior, we found your next star. And we said, by God, Rocky, Sylvester, Terry Bollea is your man.
Terry Bollea is Thunderlips.
That's right.
Put it on the marquee, Sylvester. And by God, what does he do? He calls in little Terry. And Terry gets the job.
Right away, no problem there. Good for you, Terry.
Real happy for Terry.
Terry Bollea. Now why are you clapping?
Applauding Terry.
Still clapping. Now, there was a little bit of an issue. Because back in those days, wrestling was wrestling, and the movies were the movies. And Terry calls us up. He says, Chad, Brad, the bad boys, Senior doesn't want me to do it.
Senior did not want him to do it. But Terry had it. Terry was a smart guy back in the day. He said, you know what?
Smart guy.
I like the vision of Junior. Junior's taking over.
He knows what he's doing. I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Listen, Junior's taking over.
Listen.
He knew Junior was taking over.
Maybe. Shit, you think he knew back then?
He knew back then because he told me he went to Junior.
Unbelievable.
He went to Junior and he said, you know what, Junior? Vince,
I got this movie.
Sly Stallone wants me to be in this movie, and you know what? You know what? Junior looked him dead in the eye and he said this.
I never heard of this.
We make movies.
That is it. He said
that's what Junior said.
I've seen that before.
That's what Junior said to him.
But he also told him, as I understand it, that you gotta listen to my old man. And that's when the Hulk came to us, he came to Brad and Chad, he said, look, I got this big opportunity to the movie, I want to thank you, got it, but Senior doesn't want me to do it. We said, you know what I told him? We said, you call the old man's bluff. You call his bluff.
Call his bluff.
There's no way you're the money-making machine. You're the up-and-comer, Hulk. You're the up-and-comer. You're the star. He's bluffing. You go do the movie and You tell the old man to stick it. You tell him to stick it, Vince. Vince Sr., you stick it. And you roll of dimes, you stick it.
You go there, you go and you make your movie. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
He's gonna do nothing. He's gonna do nothing.
Senior's gonna do nothing, so Terry goes off onto Hollywood. And he makes the movie.
You know what happened? Senior fired him.
He fired him.
He fired him.
He fired him.
That was it. Yeah. Up yours, Hulk.
You're fired. But the movie,
We didn't see it coming. It's not our fault. It's just funny the way things played out.
the movie was a big hit, though.
Huge success.
Really? And they had the Mr. T in there?
Yeah, it was a huge success.
I remember he was doing the stuff.
Huge success.
Come be with
Nah.
a real man. That's what he said to Sylvester.
We're gonna let you guys in on a secret. Ever since that day, Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, Hollywood, he's held a grudge against the bad boys. Held a real grudge.
Sour grapes.
Because now you fast forward.
Sour grapes.
You fast forward 4 years to the year 1989. Maybe it was more than 4 years. Old age, I can't remember too much. But
Anymore.
1989, and Junior's taking over. The landscape is completely different. And now Junior's making his movie.
He's looking at people and he's saying,
No, sir.
we make movies.
That's right.
That's what he's telling the people.
That is. And the first movie that Vince made, a little thing called No.
It is No Holds Barred.
That was good.
Thanks.
That was good.
Thanks. Now, you know what? Vince has the great idea. You know what? He
A
takes
real
Terry.
visionary.
He takes Terry and he's like, Terry's a movie star. I'm going to put him on the marquee, brother.
The marquee.
But I need somebody to go against Terry.
Rip him.
I need somebody to go against Terry.
And I know just the guys, Vince Jr. said. Maybe you heard of them, Terry Bollea.
Maybe you have, Terry.
Brad and Chad, the bad boys.
We're supposed to be Zeus.
That's right.
We were Zeus.
We were cast in the role of Zeus. We were going to share the role, much like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yes.
In the early 90s in the Full House. That's what we were going to do for the role of Zeus. But that didn't happen now, did it?
Why didn't it happen? Why didn't it happen, Terry?
Because you have sour grapes.
We told you to go off to Hollywood, become a movie star. You starred a hit movie.
We got you the role, you piece of garbage.
Big deal. You got fired. You got rehired, Terry.
You got rehired.
What's your
You went off to the AWAs and worked for Vern. Became a superstar, the Hulkamanias.
Made you the champion.
Huh?
But no.
You have no respect, Terry Bollea.
No respect, Terry.
You forgot where you came from.
No respect. You know what, Terry? One day. What
goes around comes around.
Gonna get your comeuppance.
That's what you're gonna get. You just desserts.
Brother.
Terry Bollea, you piece of trash.